We're not doing exactly Alex Jones. We're doing a voice close to Alex Jones because he has a lot of subscribers and they seem like they're pretty authentic, like not made up or anything. They're real people. So, we're gonna do that in a tough, like kind of like groggy voice like his and see what kind of impression we make using that and this method. So let's get right down to it. We're gonna talk Trump a little bit here. So, anyways, around to the lollipop gang, the lollipop gang. Just trying to get my voice in sync here. It's not exactly Alex Jones. I'm trying to get close to that. Okay. Um. So I heard I was in the truck today. We were me and a couple friends actually went to the grocery store, and friend's car blew up a couple months ago, so he needed a ride to the grocery store. So we went into the grocery store, and we come out, and he's a hardcore Democrat. The guy's been in the military. I was raised in the military with this guy. Okay, was he's a staunch Democrat, and he's telling me the stuff about Trump is gonna be bad for the economy, you know. And I'm like thinking to myself, well, we don't know yet, you know. Oh, like a lot of things that people say about Donald Trump, we just really don't know because he's not really one of the politicians. He might be one of the people in a way higher bracket than everybody else. So that's something different than saying necessarily he's a commoner like us down here for crying out loud. I mean, has he ever mowed a lawn? I mean, come on. But really, we still support Donald Trump because of what he says is right on the line with what America needs and what we believe in our opinion, and it would be good for the economy. So I'm sitting there in the truck. We're driving back from the groceries, and I'm listening to this guy going ranting and raving about Trump this, Trump that, and I was just like, I didn't say it because I don't care. I'm done with it. Why don't I stick a sock in it? He was talking up Bernie Sanders. So I guess at least he's not talking Hillary, uh, criminal Clinton over there. Prison for Clinton, Hillary, prison for Hillary. That's what I think. Get Obama out of the way, and then there you go. But anyhow, this guy was saying his economic policy is going to be disastrous, and like really, I'm like back to thinking like, well, what could be more disastrous than flaking off all these other Americans' futures and future Americans, a lot, some that haven't even been born yet. And then I said to myself, well, I guarantee you we're going to feel some of this economy here pretty soon because it was rapidly done. And they're talking about, oh, what, 11, 12 trillion dollars compared to 4 trillion that Bush spent. There was $4 trillion deficit in there when Bush took over. So if you're saying that we had excess money when Bill Clinton left, you're full of shit because go back and look and you'll see pre 9/11 and January inauguration of Bush and all that shit. But you're going to tell all of us that basically what Bush created $9 trillion deficit and spent an indefinite credit card to China or some bullshit like that. Obama. I'm talking to Obama right now. I'm not even talking to these guys now. I'm going back to when the lie started because obviously they've been lying all along and this long. And anytime we get somebody straight up in there and doesn't lie, the media and everybody else, they want to cream them and smear them all over the place. They want to have as many people as they can trick to make them think that there's something wrong with Bush or something this and that. And again, this is not the actual Alex Jones. We're just doing a voice like Alex Jones. See how it appeals to many people and Americans out here. This is the real American here, and the real American wants to know what you think. Can you leave a comment down there on what you think? Leave a detailed kind of, if you make it as small as you can, a description of what you think Trump's economy would be like in the description box below the video. But anyhow, I don't have any idea. I've heard some negative stuff. It sounded kind of like Trump wasn't ready to get right on board and get in there and do a budget right away. He's gonna have to have somebody intelligent go in there that does budgeting type of stuff like that, accountant, you know, people. And you got the IRS working against the American people here instead of having them go in there and fix our deficit and fix what all you politicians have been screwing with for the last 20 years. So here we are, trying to figure out, why these people's problem is with Trump all of a sudden. They hate him because he went on the Republican ticket. If he would have went on the Democrat side, they would not be calling him a racist. If he was talking more stuff, junk, that would have got him onto the Democrat ticket, so to speak, then he would have been more towards wasting money and abusing society and things like that. So pretty much, I'm for um, anybody to go in there and fix things and change things around so that we don't owe such a debt to society, to other societies, trying to bankrupt America to establish a global economy. That's basically why they have bankrupted America. I mean, they're trying the best that they can to waste as much money. And I always thought, like, wait a second now, wasn't isn't Obama like supposed to be a public servant? So when he retires, he gets money from the same system, and he's talking up right now as he's getting ready to leave. This is all Obama can do right now and say he wants a pay raise. Obama is asking for a pay raise for him and every other president. He wants their pay raise to be risen. And I think that he should be incarcerated and have all his pensions and everything stripped from him. If he was just a liberal on the up and up and he didn't really cheat and he didn't really do anything bad, so to speak, and help try to crash the American economy and establish a world economy, well, then maybe he would have got away with a lot of stuff, in my opinion. That I would have been like on a lot of it, but I wouldn't have been able to call him a crook the way that these people abuse the IRS and other government agencies against people just because they vote Republican. You can't go around trying to put people in jail just because they vote Republican. You know. So all I'm saying is, I would like to see Trump win 2016 so that we can see all this stuff and see if any of the stuff that they're talking about, negativity about Donald Trump, is correct. But definitely, I'll stay incorrected if the deficit is budgeted and fixed within a timely frame, and instead of the inflation increasing like it has been, and it stays low, it goes down like Nixon. We talk up Nixon because Nixon almost squashed our debt. Nixon almost squashed the U.S. debt, and then Hillary Clinton had to get him out of there because of something they said was ethnically wrong with the guy. And now what do we have? We have these people, these traitors to the American society, coming in here and perpetrating against us all. So, what is Trump? What is so bad about Trump to make all these people so hostile? Me personally, I think one of the things is they're staunch Democrats. So they're gonna vote Democrat. They're gonna believe that their guy can't do any wrong. The guy could commit murder, and their guy still couldn't do any wrong. But as far as Trump goes, and him being on the Republican ticket or whatnot, tells me that things that he said, like for the border and other things, would kind of be in line for um, ensuring all of our securities. I wanted to talk a little bit about the police state in America and in a liberal society, because basically I've been faced with a very negative kind of impression that I got from police officers that shouldn't have been. They're trying to look at somebody who just goes to school or goes to a job or something like that, like following them around, like harassing them, like literally out of the car, just walking on their feet, trying to figure, just following these people, like the Gestapo. You know what I'm saying? So, seriously, I don't know how all these people do not see the pattern going on with the real traitors to our own government and our own society and to us. So what have they done to our country so far? They have literally, wasted, fraudulently done with whatever they could with their money to try to waste it to bankrupt our economy. And we won't be told where $11 trillion is, how many ever trillions of dollars it's going to be by the time Obama is out of there, and if Hillary, for God forbid, becomes elected, or even Bernie Sanders, because Bernie Sanders sounds like, but he appeases to the same thing. He thinks like Obama's Iran deal is great. Obama's Iran deal is one of the um, I don't know if you could say it's more corrupt than stupidity, but you're talking about like actually facing scrutiny of the president and asking him, dude, whose side are you on? Are you on the terrorist side, which is a dictatorship, a, a Iranian government, parliament, or whatever they want to call themselves, is actually a terrorist dictatorship. Did you know what a terrorist dictatorship is? They were the worst of the worst. See, and that's why Obama wasn't for invading Iran. He was for invading where Gaddafi was and taking Gaddafi out, because Gaddafi was the lesser of the evils. And in Obama, you're scratching your head. You're like, whose side are you on, Obama? You know? So we really want real change. So if we vote for Donald Trump, we might not know all the answers, but we would like to know, the difference between a Trump presidency and an Obama presidency, which he is not talking up America, um, in the state that it's in. He appeals to minority groups and not for the all of America. Because all of those minority groups and everything else, they're all supposed to be one big group, and that's Americans. But yeah, that's what the Democrats wanted, is to shift us all up to be all politically correct, not be able to say how you feel, and not be able to live your life how you want to live. You have to be dictated to. So these people in Washington, they want to control our lives forever. And I'm just like, that's completely so un-American. They could vote a Democrat in for the next 50 years until I die, and maybe even if I had children past the time that they died. And they still won't be able to take the blood, the American blood that we all have in our veins, people. Our blood, our American blood, is in our veins. Go Trump, 2016.